We're going to have 2 breakout sections to this for dailies and the Sundays. Conscious we're doing what feels like 3 press conferences a day at the moment, so I'll only be able to take 3 from the dailies and a couple from the Sundays, if that's all right. But we'll do the open bit first. Alan, followed by I think Jake from PLP. Alan with the first couple. Yeah,
morning, Jurgen. Frustrating night last night. Obviously, it was only the second time you've failed to score in a game this season. But do you have any concerns over your creativity without the likes of Mo Salah and Sadio Mane in the team? You knew that was coming, didn't you?
The question was coming, yeah. That's clear. So the only way you can avoid these kind of questions, scoring. Look, the situation is clear. So they are not here, and they are world-class players. So that's how it is. Do we miss them? Yes. But I liked especially the start yesterday in the game. And we had with Sadio and Mo before some struggles, which is not something I like, but some struggles against 10 men when they were both on the pitch and we still couldn't create enough and these kind of things. So it's not about who is not in. It's about how can we do better with the team who played last night, for example. And so again, the start was really good. We had really exactly because Arsenal a lot of problems. We pressed in the right spaces. We created enough for a starting period, and then the red card happened, and then you have to play with a team which obviously didn't play now 5 times together in this setup. You have to break down a really low block, and that's in football the most difficult thing with. It was always like this, and that's why we couldn't do that last night. That's true. We were not good enough in moments, but that's the situation. Nothing else. Nothing to do with who is not here. It's all about how can we do better, and we can do better, and that's what we will do.
Just moving on to Sunday, I don't know whether you're aware, but it's your 350th game as manager of the club, and you have the highest win percentage of any Liverpool manager in history. How proud does that make you feel? And would you like another 350?
Yeah. Yeah. So it doesn't feel in the moment. So you can imagine we had last night, we drew. And so, yeah, I'm really happy and really proud of the things we achieved here so far, but it's not that I think a second about it, to be honest. It's just the next game is really decisive, and when you are a manager here at the club, in all competitions, everybody, ourselves involved, expects to win the next game, and that's a task, but it's fine. Because we have a great squad, we have great players. It's a fantastic club. I'm really happy about the time we had here so far, and hope to enjoy the next few years as well. So it's all good, but no, these numbers are not important to me. But 350 is a nice one, better than 15 and out.
So how do you go about winning against Brentford on Sunday? It was quite a game, wasn't it, earlier in the season at their place? So what are you expecting from them at Anfield?
A fight. Brentford is a team who has a specific way to play, especially against us. They were pretty direct. Since then, I think the goalkeeper that day was a playmaker. It was many long balls, and we struggled to defend this in the first place. Too many second balls for Brentford. But anyway, the goals they scored were absolutely avoidable. If I remember it right, because analyze didn't happen yet. Obviously, we do that in an hour or so. So the proper analyze is set piece. We were a bit sleepy, and in the end, they could bring the ball somehow in the back of the net. And so that's a way how it should not go. So we have to be absolutely alert. We have to be absolutely ready. They have special set pieces. They will be probably direct. They play a brilliant first season in the Premier League after a long period. Was the first time in the Premier League?
First in the Premier League.
Yeah, okay, exactly. Play really a brilliant first season in the Premier League, and that's absolutely impressive. Thomas Frank is doing a brilliant job there. The squad is well set up. Interesting players there. The way they want to play, the way how I said, so many things really work together there that we have to be really aware of. And but I hope we can play much better than we did in the first game, and can use Anfield. That would be helpful.
Thank you, Alan. We'll go to Jake Robson from Premier League Productions. Jake. Oh, Jake.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Jurgen, and good morning. Do you mind just going through the team news or any injuries for us?
So as far as I know, no real injuries. We have got knocks last night. Robert got a knock, Verge got a knock, Millie got a knock. But last night, directly after the game, medical department told me all will be fine. But yeah, there's a night in between then and now, so we will see that. But no injuries so far. So means same squad available like for the game last night.
You said that you need to do better than last night. Obviously, you had a lot of possession, as you'd expect, as you said, against a low block against 10 men. Do you perhaps maybe just write off the game as one of those games? Do you feel like there was a lot more that you could have done?
No, we don't write it off. It's look, it's always all the things you do in life are important experiences. So you do it again, or you don't do it never, or you will never do it again. All these kind of things. And this is the last game. We played it on Thursday, and the next one is on Sunday, and we play maybe against a similar setup. 11 men, but maybe 5 in the back, all these kind of things. And so very important information from last night. But again, we cannot, I know, after the game, and it's absolutely, I accept that 100%, it's not interesting. It was not the most exciting game. It's not a game we will talk in 500 years about, these kind of things. But the start was anyway good. Against 11 Arsenal players, strong lineup from Arsenal. Yes, they had some problems, but the first 11 was a really strong lineup, and we were really good in the game, and that's what we have to take as well. And so, no, we will not write it off. We will work with it and use it.
Thank you, Jake. We go to Carl Woodward from the BBC, then we go to Carl Mark from the Press Association. We've got currently one person in from the dailies. I can take 2 more, but 2 more only. But we'll go to Carl from the BBC.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi.
On Brentford, they've come into the Premier League and they're playing the same football they did in the Championship and look good. How important is it to keep your core philosophy, even though you might not be getting results? Can you doubt yourself as a manager at times as well? You're sticking with your core philosophy if results aren't going well.
First of all, Brentford might play football against us. It was I'm not sure exactly how they played in a Championship, but against us it was very direct. So I think they adapt in moments to the opponent, to what they expect, what we do, and stuff like this. But yes, your core philosophy is really important to keep it. That's how it is. You need an identity. If you don't have an identity, you switch every 3 days from, I don't know, high press, low block, all these kind of things. So that's difficult because you don't have enough time to train. You have to, and the players need to know what they have to do, and that's why it makes absolutely sense. How is that? Impressive. Brentford, the whole story is impressive. Nearly getting promoted, and then getting promoted, and now playing the role they play in the moment is in an extremely strong Premier League is really impressive.
And you spoke about the players maybe trying too hard last night. How important is it to start well on Sunday in an attacking sense, so the players are more relaxed and the frustration doesn't want to linger, does it?
It was a situation trying too hard, yes, but it was a situation in 11-11 would have never happened. Definitely not, because it's Arsenal and we are not silly, and we don't think we have to score against them after 20, after 30, and after 40 minutes. But with the change, with the playing against 10 men, all of a sudden you could see we felt in kind of a rush, which makes no sense. But hopefully the next game will be 11 versus 11. If it's 11 versus 10, whatever, then you have to deal with it as well. It's just you do something and then you realize it was not right, but you cannot change it in the game anymore. I think we changed it in the game a little bit. I like the last 10, 20 minutes. We were much clearer situations. Curtis was really helpful when he came on. Nico, then having him high up the pitch, and these kind of things, having the 1-1-seater and bring the ball in the box. It was a mix of, sometimes we felt we tried it too hard. In other moments, we didn't give the opponent a chance to make a mistake. So like if the box is full, you still have to shoot because the goalie cannot see. If the box is full, you still have to cross in these situations because especially when you are on very much on a touch line, there's a good opportunity that deflected ball goes in, these kind of things. So it's not about, you cannot outplay that constantly. You have to force it in moments, but with a calm, like heart, that you just try and, okay, didn't work, where can we improve, and these kind of things. But it's not so easy when you're in the game. It's much easier to talk about after the game and then readjust, and that's what we will do.
Thank you, Carl. And then to finish, Carl Markham, Press Association, then we go to the first breakout. Carl.
Hi, Jurgen. It's another Sadio and Mo related question, I'm afraid. Aside from their goals, the amount of pace they bring to the side obviously is a bigger attacking threat for you. I'm just wondering, without that pace available, how much does it affect how you have to play? And is it easy to change that with players who are maybe, let's be kind, not as pacey as those two?
Look, there's absolutely nothing bad to say about Sadio and Mo. Absolutely nothing. Outstanding players. Naby on its day, one of the best midfielders I ever saw. So there's all positive about them, but they are not here. And last night we didn't miss speed. That was not our problem. So yes, or pace, whatever we want, because it was so deep where we want to run over the touchline in the stands. So there was no space to use that. Nonetheless, and how it's said, it's we have to build on how we started, because that was good. And then you don't think about, there are so many things we can do. We can a lot of top counter pressing moments, winning the ball back, going from there. That's not about this final pace, what they usually bring involved in our game. This is needed in different situations. We have to play in against deep formations, in between the lines, all these kind of things. There's quick thinking much more important than quick running. And yes, Mo and Sadio and Naby, they can think quick as well, but they are not here, so the rest can do that as well. It's really, I understand what happened. It was clear, crystal clear, that we will sit here today and we draw 0-0 against 10 men of Arsenal. The only thing you have in your mind, all of you, is Sadio, Mo, and Naby are not here. So, but that's of course that's not a solution. That's not only part of a problem. So we are here to find solutions, and I'm completely in the game to find these solutions. And last night we were not perfect. That's true, but maybe we are more closer to our usual standard in the next game, and then we can win the game. And then you have to get through different periods in a season. We always had to. And so this is our period now. Let's get through this together, by the way.
Can I just quickly clarify what the extent of Divok's problem is? Is a knee, and how likely is it we're going to see him back soon?
Likely. Less there, so I'm outside running, and that looked really good. So I think we'll not be too far away.
Thank you, Carl. That ends the open section of the press conference. So